What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to T3G. My name is Dalibor, and today is Tech Tuesday. We're going to be looking at the Socialite ring light. Now, this bad boy is pretty straightforward. It's a little different than the last ring light we looked at because it has a way larger center section here. The other one that we looked at, the non-branded one, is just like a little donut, and it gives you kind of all the space you might need. Whereas this one really does limit where your camera and your phone can go. If you've got a phone like most people do with a built-in camera, you can attach it and butt it up right against the top there. You're gonna have plenty of space for your camera, and even if you go to the back, you've got plenty of space for your camera. The problem for me, in my case here, my camera pops out. If you have the Asus, the new Zenfone, that's got a pop out, flip over camera thing. So for the back it would work, for the front it'd be a little more complicated. Be that as it may, it still works. Now you see here I've got some natural light outside, I've got a big white web page open, but I still have some darkness on this side. And if we were to just attach here, and this one actually fits a lot easier. Now, obviously I'm not slapping it right against the body. It's just kind of right up to the camera since it pops out. We are gonna find the button. Now, the way it turns on is it turns on in stages, so it will just go up to its brightest level. And now here we are, and now I've got a little more light on this side. This is not a great situation to demonstrate its quality because obviously, like I said, I'm already very well lit from outside because of a very nice overcast day. Winter is like the best time to shoot, really, if you're going to be shooting outside, even though it's the worst time to shoot because it's so cold. I need to mute my Mac because it keeps going off here. Mute. That's the wrong button. There we go. But I will say, even in a situation like this, you could potentially just hold it off to the side here. Now I'm getting a much nicer profile. I'm getting a full face light up, and I'm not getting as much of a harsh line on the side here. Of course, depending on what you're trying to shoot, you could also go for some mood, some darkness. So even in this well-lit situation, right now I'm already creating kind of a different situation, right? A different scenario with just changing the lighting. But all I'm using is this little bad boy. This does not have bicolor. It is just the white light. It has 3 different brightness settings. I would say comparable to the other guy. Let's see here. We go to white, hold to get as bright as we can. This is bigger and it has a bigger light source. So I think you're just, let's see here. Here's this. Here's this. Trying to put them in the same spot. So I feel like this does have a little more brightness just because the LEDs look like they might be bigger. I mean, at the very least, the actual filter source or whatever. Did that go up? 100% I muted it. Mute. We're just going to turn down the volume all the way. That's weird. I have to look at it though. What is the volume coming out of? Oh boy. We're going to quit. It's the Messenger app. Because I'm in a group message and people are getting chatty. But I muted everything and turned the volume down. Literally no idea where the sound's coming from. So we'll have to look into that. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, this has a larger, just turn that yellow off. This has a larger light. It's not a larger light source. I feel like the LEDs themselves are probably the same size. And this is where I get handsy and start trying to pull things apart. Yeah, there's no screws or anything. I would literally have to yank off the cover. Same with this. But these you can see. Like can you? Maybe you can't. But I can. You can actually see the individual LEDs. As you can on this as well. I would say there's probably an equivalent number of LEDs. It's just literally a larger diffusion mechanism. I don't know what to call it. It's a bigger bulb. Look, it's a bigger bulb. Sure, whatever. It's a bigger bulb, and therefore you're just going to get a bigger bright light source. Because it is a diffuser, it is dispersing the light, so it is creating, in effect, a larger light source. So if this diffusion plastic cover was bigger, you might get a bigger light source. The difference here, the main difference between the two, besides I guess the size of the light source, is the fact that this is rechargeable and this is not. This Socialite is a AAA. Let me double check here. Yeah, AAA's. I put lithium. I put the lithium batteries in this. It's been going strong, no issues. Now, if you guys remember, I pointed out on the other one, the non-branded one, that it has these really nice, like full-length rubber pieces to allow it to connect and kind of not scuff up your phone. This just has two little pads right in the middle. I'm not real mad about that in particular because when you do attach it, see, this is the phone. I feel like these things are not designed for devices that are in cases, and that's also a problem. But once you attach it, it is basically, can you see that? There it is, you can see the gap. That is attaching via those pads, so it's not, potentially damaging to your phone, but there is kind of that asterisk of it's not quite as nice to your device potentially. So let's just take a real quick look at the Socialite itself. Pretty straightforward. It's got your battery door on the back. It's got a single button on the back here on the side. It controls the 3 brightness settings. Whatever setting you put it on, you can actually hold, and I'm going to point it away and still give you a warning of flashing lights, but you can hold and get a flash at that brightness level. And you press it again to turn it off. Again, you switch brightnesses and you get a brighter flash. And the brightest flash here. The only kind of weird thing that I've got with it, honestly, is the fact that this battery cover doesn't it's kind of sticking out the whole time. It doesn't lock in any deeper, so it's just kind of stuck there. You see it. It can get pushed in, but it doesn't stay there. Not sure why that is. Possibly just a bad unit, but it works kind of as well as it can. It's as good as it can be. Now let's see. This was $12, $11.99, comparative to $14.99. Do I think this is $3 better? I don't know. Hard to tell. I feel like each kind of has its own. Boy. And there's the problem right there. I just dropped it and this thing popped off. So that you could lose that. You could lose your batteries. This is rechargeable. Yeah, I think that's the $3. That's the $3 difference there. This being rechargeable. Both have noise for some reason. I mean, this is the battery. No, I'm holding it. I thought it was the door. So something in there still. I don't know what's really moving in this one. Hold on. Yeah, don't know. Don't know why they don't know why they're making noise. So that's a thing, I guess, to consider when you're recording. If you're going to be moving around a lot, I don't see it as potentially a negative thing. I don't see it as a possible thing because, I don't know. So it depends if you're. So something in there is moving around, and if you make fast movements with your phone, you might end up catching that sound, and that's a no bueno. That's weird. I didn't catch that until just now. Maybe because it's just quiet in my house, and that's rare. If the $3 difference is you getting a light versus not getting a light, get the light, of course. A light source is always going to be better than no light source. Again, I'm getting this harsh shadow, so I can just toss this on. I could toss it on as a rim light if I have somewhere to attach it. And because they are pretty much just like clamps, what are those things called? They're like clothespins. They're basically like clothespin mechanisms. You can attach them to anything, right? So I've got this little. Ooh, that actually works really nice. So for instance, if I was to do, I'm gonna show you guys here. If I had my Mac Mini mounted higher, this thing has a little lip. I could just attach it with that. And now if I have a webcam or something nearby, I could have a nice little source of lighting. It just does have kind of right there, boom, attach it to the side there. It has some variety because of its nature. So each of these has its own kind of little quirks. That's got the bi-color lighting. The Socialite here has its flash mode, which again, one more warning, and we're just going to turn it on here on the lowest setting and turn on the flash. And that could be something where you could set it up to be a warning light. I mean, if you're shooting narrative, there's a lot you could do with a flashing light depending on what kind of story you're telling. Overall, absolutely worth the 12 bucks. I mean, again, if it's a matter of not having light versus having light, 12 bucks, it's going to give you more light. You're going to be able to just get a better quality image. I mean, I shot this during the day so I could have better lighting, so I don't have to use this stupid overhead light, because last time I just wasn't happy with the results. So I went with not using this overhead light, and I'm looking into getting better bulbs for this so that I do not have to deal with the terrible yellow light that it emits. That's going to be it. If you are interested in this, of course, link down below. It's an affiliate link. If you use it, I appreciate you very much. If you have any questions about this, the other ring light, any lighting questions in general, drop them down below. If you can, smash that like button for me to help the algorithm see this video, and I will see you in the next one. I put, what are they called? What are they called? Oh boy. Lithium.